Okay, I have officially joined the Douchebag Club. I am invincible with my Invicta. This is the 47 millimeter Grand Diver. I'm not going to get into too many details. Just want to show it off basically. But I will talk about it a little bit. As you can see, the middle sections are polished. And the outer, I can't see it that well, but the middle sections are highly polished and the outer sections are brushed. I know I've seen one that's called completely polished. And as is customary with me, because I'm a cheap fucker and I'm just using my cell phone, there you can see the polish. I start off with the wrist shot. There it is. Now, it is a gigantic watch, not by Invicta standards, but by normal standards. But I have a 7.5-inch wrist. I have an abnormally large wrist. So, kind of medium-sized hands, but the wrist is strong. So, there's the wrist shot. Let me take it off. And now we can talk about it. Here we go. We've got the engraving on the crown side, Grand Diver, and the little diving bell guy on the crown. And let me tell you why I got this. It's 47 millimeters. Okay, I will tell you why I got this. But and inside, NH35A, which the NH35 or the 4R35 and the 4R36 or the NH36, you know, this is the Seiko movement, and this is what they are using in the new Turtles. You know, so if Seiko is putting these movements in their turtle divers, there's nothing bad you can say about these movements. If you're going by, Seiko standards. Trying to get you to look at Invicta Grand Diver Automatic, model number 3045. What else? You got the little bell diver guy, stainless steel, professional. I might as well over here look at these, the links, stainless steel. You're not getting that with a Seiko. At not, under 500 bucks. Now let's start off the bat. Tell you how much this thing costs. You can get it anywhere from regular price around 120, easy to find. You can some places 130, and on sale sometimes, or find deals for 99 bucks. Yes, $100 for the Seiko Turtle movement automatic. That's 47 millimeters is the only thing that's going to turn most people away, and it's very thick. I think it's about 17 millimeters thick. Tall or whatever. It's very thick. It's huge. All right, now let me talk to you about why I got this and why I'm in the Douchebag Club. During this whole watch game, of course, you cannot help but notice Invicta as one of the big players, and and everybody says the pro divers are the most acceptable. We'll say that for the snobs. I don't know. The pro divers, they're direct ripoffs of the Rolex Submariner. The pro divers. The 40 millimeter or whatever, 41, direct ripoff. And in fact, I think that's why they have to put the Invicta on the side. I don't know, just to show that they're not Rolex Oh, that's the story I heard. I heard that they were using, since Invictus were so close to Rolex, that people were in the Southeast Asia were using their Invicta cases off the pro divers, putting cheap movements in them and calling them Rolexes and selling them as fakes. So this is the story I heard, and that's why they started engraving the Invicta on the side. All right, so a big turnoff for most people is that engraving on the side, the big branding. I don't mind it. I do not mind it. Oh, my dirty fingernails. Don't look at that. Yeah. As I go around the world, I see people, and I interact with a lot of people in public every day, and you see they're all wearing watches, and you see what they're wearing, and a lot of people are wearing knockoffs and fake and fashion watches, and say what you will, Invicta is a well-known brand, and they have a definite reputation. Now, for some people, it's a bad reputation, but for a lot of people, it's a good reputation. It's a well-known, a successful brand. And let me touch on that. I am not, the only reason people talk crap about Invicta, which, I'm kind of in agreement there, is some of their designs are really garish, obnoxious. And I mean, I don't imagine, I don't know the type of people that would wear that stuff. But here we go. There's no denying Invicta is a monster brand. I mean, huge. Why? Because I'm a free market guy, and it's plain to see that people like this stuff. People buy it, and that is why they're so big. They cater to what a segment of the public wants. Not everybody's a snob is the wrong word, or watch connoisseur into I'm not even going to say luxury watches, because there's plenty of Seiko's not a luxury watch. Citizen is not a luxury brand, but high end or upper end watches. I lost my train of thought. Well, I'll get back to it. Why I chose this one, I saw a video. There's a couple of reasons. I love those hands. I love these hands. It was one of the things that really attracted me to it, as opposed to like the normal pro diver has a direct copy of the Rolex. It has the Mercedes hands, which is nothing wrong with the Mercedes hands, but these, which right now are kind of obscured, they're just blending in with the logo, but the fluorescent lighting. I really like these hands. Aesthetically, boom, 6 o'clock on the dot. It's not lined up. No, it's 5:59. Sorry. Aesthetically, they're very aesthetically pleasing to me. There you go. Giant arrows. I like them. So that was one plus about this watch as opposed to others. Now, some people complain about this little diver bell guy over here on the bracelet. Well, A, you don't have to keep the bracelet. B, I did like it. Now, I'm not one of those guys that says, oh, once I get it, and I say, yeah, I kind of like it. I'm one that says, the jingle jangle of the Seiko, cheap Seiko Jubilees, I like that sound. I know it represents cheap quality, but it reminds me, it's nostalgic. It reminds me of the old days when that's all anybody I ever knew had. And that jingle jangle, dad's watch, uncle's watch, that jingle jangle is reminiscent of the old days. This one doesn't do that. as much. This is more solid. I mean, you know, it's open, so those things are. So, but I'm not saying I like this diver bell guy because after I got it, I was like, well, it's mine. You know, I'm gonna have to defend it. This is one of the selling points. This is why I chose it, because I thought this was really cool. It matches the. Oh, you can't see us behind the hour hand, but he's there too. He's there as well. You see other pictures. It matches that. It matches on the crown. And here we go to the other one. Grand Diver engraved on this side. And people who make videos on this, they hate that too. I loved it. When I saw it, I was like, that's cool. Okay, this one, not, you know, whatever. It is what it is. But now you got this on this side, and you got Grand Diver on the other side. In script or cursive or whatever. And it just tells you what it is. I mean, I don't know. I did like it. Those were the selling points right there. The hands, the diving guy on the bracelet. I thought this was cool. I mean, this really, it sticks out. I mean, this is a big watch. It's a big, hunky, manly watch. That diver guy makes this look like a real tool, like a work implement, you know? This is solid steel, you know? The bezel. Now, you hear it? Now, the one I've got, this watch, has a really smooth bezel. I mean, it's damn near perfect. Now I've seen some videos where they have a really hard, really stiff bezel, and I don't know why that is, because this one is damn near perfect. It's beautiful. There's just scalloped edges, not coin edge, but as you see, you don't need them. You don't need to grip it. Of course, it's got the Invicta logo in there, which some people find gaudy also. Invicta Grand Diver. Oh, one more selling point. There was the one other selling point. See if we can see it down in there. I'm having trouble. Whoop, almost had it there. Shit. The hands are kind of messing it up. I don't want to move them because the time is set. There we go. 1,000 feet, 300-meter water resistant. So yeah, this is, whereas most diver watches are 200 meter, that's ISO standards. This is a 300-meter water resistant. 300 meters. I mean, you have to pay extra for that. So, I mean, this video is getting, it's already 13 minutes. That's what's good about it. I mean, it's solid steel. Look at that. Whoops. Got the shirt in the way. Look at the links. Look at that. Solid steel, baby. What does that say? Invicta, 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 Invicta. Branding. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And this one happens to have the yellow rotor. Let's get to the other side. Watch it move. Watch the actual movement of the movement. Oh, there's the mainspring. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, look at that. Just enjoy that for a second. $300 meters. It's a big watch. So that alone is gonna put a lot of people. You got to have at least a 7-inch wrist to rock a 47 millimeter, and it's 47 millimeters. I measured it, and that's what you're gonna hear. So it's, you know, it is what it is. Oh, the bubble, the Cyclops actually works. See, unmagnified, magnified. All right, this 15-minute video on my Invicta Grand Diver. Douchebag edition.